So if you do this consistently for just 1 week, you will be 10 times further than you would if you never tracked it at all. What you want wants you. The life that you want, body that you want, with the health that you want, the money in the bank account, it wants you too. But you first have to become that person that is worthy of what you're asking for. So today, I'm introducing you guys the framework that will get you to where you want to be in just 1 week. But you have to go through that entire week just to see who you really are. Because let's be honest, you are constantly choosing your current reality more than you're choosing your goals. You keep pushing back your ideal self into a scenario when all the stars align. If you don't prioritize your own timeline, no one will. And you will constantly be thrown around by everyone else's timeline. The new year, how many leaves you have, who else is taking leaves on that day. So all of the times when you're waiting for someone else's timeline to play out, you're saying no to you. So first off, you have to start choosing yourself. So to choose you, you have to start tracking you. So every day I want you to write down things that are feeding these 4 pillars of your life, which is your health, wealth, heart, and soul. And these 4 pillars also feed your 4 happy hormones, such as your endorphins, serotonin, oxytocin, and dopamine. For health, we have endorphins. What are you doing every single day that's getting you closer to that ideal self that you want to be? So what is the first decision that you have to make right now? Is it to choose a good gym? You want something that makes you motivated to want to show up every single day. Choose something that's near your place if time is a constraint for you. Are you able to invest in nice workout clothing that makes you feel excited to want to start working out? And if you can't afford a gym membership right now, are you able to just go out for walks every day? Start learning to say yes to things like this. Start seeking for solutions instead of what is holding you back. All this time when you're like, I don't have time, I don't have this, I don't have that, you're constantly making excuses for everyone else to have your time. What's the point of making all this money if you don't have the health to properly enjoy it? Another thing you can do is eat healthy. If you're constantly eating with people, are you able to just take 1 meal out a day where you're making full choices for yourself? And next, do you have any supplements that you're already taking? You can put that down in your to-do list every day as well to remind yourself to take supplements, because it's so satisfying when you start checking things off and you realize how many times within a day you have been choosing yourself. And by the end of the week, you're going to feel that you have done so much for yourself. And secondly, for wealth, you can start off by studying 1 hour of materials every single day. If you can't do 1 hour, try your best to, just change your mind about it and see where that 1 hour comes up. Or just do it while you're commuting to work, or like in the toilet, during your lunch, or that time when you're eating by yourself. You can watch something and show up to the charts at least 1 hour a day just to see price move. So you can slot that in for 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. if you're in Singapore. And that is the perfect timing for New York trading session, which is also the silver bullet timing. If you don't know what that is, start by studying that on ICT's YouTube channel. And one more thing to add into your wealth is to journal your trades. So whenever you show up to the market, start off with the larger time frame, tell yourself what you're looking at and where you think price is going to go, and then just sit there for 1 hour a day studying price. It doesn't matter whether you're going to get paid or not that day, whether you're going to take a trade or not. Just have the habit of showing up, because that is your ideal self. You are going to be prioritizing yourself and your future by showing up to the charts every day, whether or not it's paying you right now. You know that it will, so you want to be there when it does. And then for heart, this is what feeds your oxytocin. Make sure to read 10 pages every day. And if you can't, pull out a book to read, maybe you can just do it on the audio format. Do like 30 minutes to an hour, because I realized that when you're listening to a book, doesn't matter if you're doing something else, you don't have to fully focus on it. Every word is being sipped into your subconscious mind. So the things that are meant for you to hear, you will pick up. Just trust that. Don't have expectation that what you do today is going to immediately impact you. Know that it's all 1% better every single day. And by the end of the year, you're going to look back and see how much further you have come. So once again, if any of these things that I'm saying right now is giving you the idea of like, oh no, I can't, switch your mind around to be like, how can I do it? How can I become the person that is doing all of these things that she's talking about? Because this is what's going to change you into that ideal reality. You can use whatever that suits you the most. And I know that reading is one of the best habits you can start right now. Ask all of the rich people, they all read. So if you want to be like them, better start reading. Make this a priority. Choose yourself first. Choose your ideal self right now. Something that's non-fiction, any of these books that you see right there. But I also really enjoy Outsmarting Reality by Neuroknowledge. And another book that really fits my heart is 101 Essays to Change the Way You Think. And any other kind of like spiritual book really makes me feel happy. And another thing that can fit your heart is spend time with your loved ones. It can be your friends, your family, or your partner. So during that time that you have set aside for them, make sure you're fully present so that when it's time for you to go, let's say you set aside 1 hour for them, and it's time for you to do something else, you can just walk away from the table saying, okay, sorry now, I have to go and trade, but I had the best time with you guys. Just show up as your best self and you don't have to feel bad for walking away when it's time to. I'm sure they'll respect it because you were there when you are supposed to be there. And last but not least, it's soul, which feeds into your serotonin. So whatever that you have ticked off of the things that you have done for your health, wealth, heart, you can put it into a journal, and that journal is something that feeds your soul. So write down what you did, what time you did it. You're bringing awareness into all the habits that you're incorporating. So you don't just enjoy it once while you're doing it. For example, when you're taking the supplement, you actually plan for it yesterday, you take it the day itself, and then you write down the time that you have taken it. So that's 3 touch points on showing yourself that you are becoming the person you say you're going to be. So with this habit, you check in with yourself multiple times a day. You don't let any spiral happen without you just catching yourself and being like, okay, on to the next thing. I'm so glad that I've done this already. Now let's see what else is left on my to-do list. You'll start living way more intentionally. Start meditating. So this will go under the soul. You can do it for just like 5 to 15 minutes a day. And if you want, you can go into like 30, 45, and even an hour. You can do it right as you wake up so that you don't rush into the day, feeling all overwhelmed and anxious. Just 5 minutes of deep breath, holding space for yourself, holding space for your thoughts. And you can also do it right before you show up to the charts. So let's say if you have planned for yourself to show up for that silver bullet timing from 10 to 11 p.m., maybe at 9:15 you should be in front of the charts already. Journaling, taking deep breaths, listening to yourself, and then going through the journal of what you have done that day already so that you don't come into the charts chasing a feeling. Because all the feelings have been fed through all the other 3 things that have already happened throughout the day. If you realize all of those goals are process-driven and not results-driven. So you are measuring your success by how well you show up to things that you say you're going to do instead of whether they pay you or not, whether success is already here. Because when you become that person who have all these successful habits, whether or not the results are going to come, the results have no choice but to come because it's attracted to you. What you want wants you. But first, you have to be that person who is deserving of whatever that you're calling out for. And these are the habits that will take you to where you want to go. What I'm giving you right here is just a framework. But you get to fill it up yourself. What truly fits your heart? Maybe it's not reading a book. Maybe it's playing with your dog. Then write that down. This is what makes me happy. I don't need this to tell me whether I'm a good person, a worthy person or not, because I have it inside of me already. So I'm so grateful that we're here in Singapore trading nighttime because we have the whole day to actually go out there and get things done that feeds our body, take care of ourselves, eat healthy, spend time with friends and family, and then show up to the charts knowing who we are already. So if you do this consistently for just 1 week, you will be 10 times further than you would if you never tracked it at all. And trust me, you will be so happy just checking things off the list every single day. And you also ensure that you have your friends and family there by the time you make it. You still have those people looking out for you, loving you because you have never let them down on the way up. These habits are making you the version that deserves the reality that you're asking for. So you don't have to convince anyone else other than yourself. And you start convincing yourself by choosing yourself every single day on these little habits that you have committed yourself to. and playing them out and doing them well, doing them with awareness, showing up, and start making excuses to say no to everyone else so that you can say yes to yourself. By you choosing yourself, you're inspiring everyone else to pick themselves too. So you don't have to save anyone. No one have to save you. Everyone should just focus on saving themselves. And this is the ultimate form of love. This is not selfish. When you take care of yourself, you ensure that you won't end up in the hospital because you did not take care of your health, or you don't call people around you for money because you have been taking care of your wealth. And then you have always been there for them because every day you're setting aside time, intentional time, to show up for them. So you never have to put problems onto someone else, hoping for them to save you or give you your answers, because you know that you have all the answers within. And by you being the best version of yourself, you'll inspire everyone else to be the best version of themselves. So just follow this framework for 1 week. And if you do it once well, you'll never have to do it again. If you make all of these choices once well, you'll never be teetering back and forth between your old reality and new reality ever again. Like nothing is holding you back except for yourself. Today, just decide that this is who I am right now. I am someone who takes out 1 hour a day to work out, to read 10 pages a day, to make sure I eat healthy at least 1 meal out of the 3, and I show up for the people that I love. Today is the day, and 1 week from now, you're going to be so much more convicted about your desired reality coming to you. So leave in the comment section down below, what are your health, wealth, heart, and soul habits that you are implementing? Thank you all for watching this video. I'll see you guys next week. So it is 28 August, and I just want to talk about this trade that was taken today on Wednesday. So coming into the market, this is the H1 time frame, hourly time frame, right? So we have Monday going lower, and then Tuesday going higher, and then Wednesday giving us the higher move. So I just want to talk about this move that was caught during New York AM session. So during 9:30 opening, we see that NQ dropped into this new day opening gap, while ES dropped into the H1 bullish fair value gap. So I was looking for bullish signs. So coming into 9:50 over here at this candle, you can see that ES already created a higher low while NQ created the lower low. So this was what sparked off the big move higher. This is on M5. So on minute 1, you can see that this is divergence between Q2 and Q3 on New York Q3 session. So entry is based on this change in state of delivery where price took out the previous high, leave a fair value gap, and then started pushing away into new week opening gap where it was spending a lot of time going sideways in this. So this was where I got out. So the full trade is about 1:2, but you can see that my target was actually last Friday's high, and price dropped down during New York lunch right into that 50% that ICT talks about, and it just gave us the full TP at 2:18 p.m. So usually I would just close out most of my trade by 12 a.m. but today I just stayed up a bit later to watch this play out. So this is how it looked like, and I got taken out as I moved my stop loss right underneath the new week opening gap. So thank you all for watching. Hope you learned something from this. I'll see you guys in the next video.